Hey y'all. So a couple weeks ago I made a video about resenting my father and how I'm releasing that. And I feel like the only way I was able to do this was by sending him a message. And I sent him a message, and we're gonna see how this conversation goes. Now, sheesh. Yeah, I've had resentment for my father for a very long time because of how he was growing up, you know. And I felt like I always wanted a father figure. Just someone that was there for me when I was crying for help and there for me when I needed it the most instead of being pushed away. And now, years down the road, I still carry that in my heart. That's why I couldn't really talk to him. I can't really look him in the eye. Sometimes I even hate my name. That's why I go by Tony or I go by Tone. Because I never wanted to associate myself with that side. And I started talking to myself the other day. I was like, man, I wish he had put in more time into himself before he had children, before he had kids, and before he brought me and my brother into this world. Now, that doesn't just mean though that people can't change, because he has changed, and he has been actively trying to, ask me how I'm feeling, ask me how I am in life and what I'm doing in life. And, he's trying to be there now. He's trying to be more supportive. But I always did not allow myself to do that. I did not allow myself to open up to him because I just couldn't express myself to him. And I carried this weight for a long time. But I sent a message the other day saying, hey, Dad, I know that it's been hard for me to express myself to you. It's been hard for me to express myself to you after all these years. It's been so hard to be pretending like, everything's good. Whenever you ask me, hey, are you okay? I just be like, I'm good. And I could never speak to him. And I said, hey, Dad, I hope this doesn't rub you the wrong way or anything like that, but I know you grew up without having your own father, and I know you grew up without having a father figure as well. And it is a generational curse. And I feel like now I'm going to break it. I'm going to break it. And it feels good. I feel so much lighter, and I thought I was going to hate doing this. I thought I was going to hold on to this resentment for my whole life. But then I started thinking, when he passes, what would I do? I'm going to just live a life of regret of not being able to talk to him. And then it's going to be a whole nother type of pain that I never experienced before. So I started thinking, man, why should I live my life if he's trying to actively be supportive? Why do I keep shutting him out? So within that message, I also said, as a kid, I felt like I always was pushed away, and that I always didn't get what I was looking for as a child, because you used to tell me all the time, just suck it up, or someone got it worse than you or something like that. And all I wanted was a father figure, man. And I cried about this, and I talked to myself about this, and I screamed it and everything. And all I wanted in this life was a father figure, man. All I wanted was a father figure that was able to give me advice and give me some guidance in life, at least as a youngin, But even as a kid, I didn't have the balls to even talk to him about anything, because I always got ridiculed and criticized, and it's rough. I carry this into adulthood. I feel like anybody would, So I'm trying to break this curse, and honestly, We're going to have a conversation in person. It's probably going to be the hardest conversation I ever have in my entire life. But at least it's getting done. At least it's getting done. It's probably going to be the hardest conversation in my entire life. Because I like to look people in the eye when I talk to them, you know? And if I can't do that, it just doesn't feel like I'm connected. And you know, someone told me, how about you talk to them side to side? And you know, that's kind of funny, but I was like, you know, you're onto something there. You know, even if I talk to them side to side, even if I talk to them like on some regular stuff, and I just, and we just have a moment, then maybe we're just gonna live better. Maybe life is just gonna be better. Because I already feel light letting go of that. And I think God just wants me to let go of all the things that are holding me back. And God wants me to just stop holding in hatred into my heart. Because it's real easy for me to do that. And, you know, at the end of the day, this is my message for y'all. People can change no matter how old they are. It's as long as they are willing to do that, you know. And you just have to be the one to forgive. You have to be the one to forgive. Never forget, like Tupac said. Forgive, but don't forget. But like, if you're willing and able to reconcile a relationship with anybody that has done you wrong, because you know that they're trying to, you know, do better. It's a journey. And you know, I always wanted a father, and now I feel like I'm gonna have one. So I thank y'all for watching this video, man. I think this relates to a lot of people. I have that other video, releasing resentment from my father, where I talk about the same stuff, but go a little bit more in depth of why I resented him for so long. And you know, there's no point in me living like this anymore. There's no point. I started getting tired of it. And, you know, hopefully everything goes well. I thank y'all for being here for me. And yeah, peace.